2 days after a two-story building collapsed on Lagos Street in Garki area of Abuja, the Federal Capital Development Authority has now identified some structures and have marked them for demolition. Helen Osamide-Akins, who visited the area, reports that some residents of the affected buildings were in panic mode over what they call short notice.
Residents of Lagos Street have not recovered from the shock of the story building which collapsed in their area. Musa Wabai is a survivor. He was fast asleep when the building came down. He lost one of his roommates while others sustained injuries.
We were 7 people inside the room at that time. One died. God helped me out. I opened the door and I came out successfully, and I was supported by someone at that time. The remaining people inside the house were brought out, but they were injured.
The Minister of FCT had visited the site of the collapsed structure and pronounced that most of the buildings in the area would go down. This may just be his first task in ensuring the city is cleared of illegal and unplanned settlements. The FCT Development Control has returned to mark some of the houses in the area for demolition, and the occupants given only 24 hours to vacate the properties. The notice has created frenzied activities as residents in the affected buildings hurry to pack out their properties before the deadline. Other owners whose buildings have not been marked are seen hurriedly renovating their buildings with the hope that they will pass the integrity test when conducted. Jennifer Obiakoye owns 2 beauty stores in this area. She is one of those whose houses and business area have been marked for demolition. With less than 24 hours left, she is confused on what next to do.
I'm devastated. I'm very confused, I don't know, because the notice is too short. And even if it's 1 month or 2 months, you now say, okay, let's start calling family members for intervention. But at this point, who will you call and say, okay, they are putting you in 1 day?
You know, if it's something that you have the money in your hand, you say, okay, let me go and rent. If you say, let me go and rent a house, will you still go, let me go and rent a shop now?
The residents now live in uncertainty, hoping the authorities will not carry out their threats immediately, but will give them enough time to relocate.
Beyond payment of hospital bills and paying condolence visits to victims, government must put modalities in place to ensure that FCT is not synonymous to building collapse and to avoid emergency relocation of residents. Helen Osamide-Akins, TVC News, Abuja.